From Bucky Barnes to John Walker, Isaiah Bradley, and the legend himself, Steve Rogers, many men have assumed the mantle of Captain America. While many have come and gone, the current captain, in addition to Steve Rogers himself, is the former Falcon, Sam Wilson. In this episode of my Beginner's Crash Course series, I'm going to give you cliff notes of everything you need to know about Sam from his early days to his current status as Captain America. With Brave New World releasing, we finally get to see the first shift in the Marvel landscape and the first of the legacy heroes to appear, at least on the MCU side of things. Sam Wilson has had a long build and has been involved in everything from the run-in with the Winter Soldier to the Civil War and the fight with Thanos. He further cemented his legacy in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series and is set to have a vicious run-in with the Red Hulk. That being said, I want to bring back my character profile videos, expanding into the Marvel Universe, and what a better way to start than with the man himself, Sam Wilson. With all that out of the way, let's dive in. Sam Wilson first appeared in Captain America number 117, having met Captain America on the Island of Exiles. But long before that, Sam Wilson was a resident of Harlem. He grew up in one of the more violent areas, where his dad was a minister who made every effort to keep peace in the community that seemed to be filled with gangs who wanted none of that. Unfortunately, this violence led to the murder of his father. Although he used this as motivation to work in the church to keep up with his father's ideals with other members of his church group. Yet, tragedy seemed to follow Sam, as just a couple years later, his mother died in a mugging. Rather than let this take away who he is, he used this to be better for those around him, taking care of his siblings, working to put himself through school, and eventually becoming a social worker. Sam Wilson always took a liking to birds when he was younger, and while on vacation to Rio, he found his buddy Redwing. Redwing is Sam's closest ally, who also happened to be a Falcon that he trained. Sam later found himself on the Island of Exiles, where he found out that the exiles were hurting the natives. He worked with the resistance, and after some time, he met with Captain America, who persuaded him to become a hero by adopting a symbol to inspire people. Thus, the Falcon was born. After training with Steve and having Redwing on his side, he became a skilled fighter. Eventually, Captain America and the Falcon were able to overcome the exiles who were working with the Red Skull. Red Skull was using the Cosmic Cube to get back at the heroes, and after a fierce battle left the Cosmic Cube inert, Red Skull was defeated. As a consequence of Sam's time being near the Cosmic Cube, it led him and Redwing to become mentally bonded. After this, Sam became a regular ally to Captain America, joining teams like the Defenders and even the Avengers, even if his first stint was marred by the fact that they considered him a minority hire. So remember when Sam Wilson was a pimp and a drug dealer? Well, you shouldn't, but it's a weird thing that happened. Sort of. In one of the storylines, concocted by Marvel, they had Red Skull reveal to Sam that he was actually some gangster, hustler, drug dealer from Los Angeles, instead of a social worker from Harlem, who only came to the Island of Exiles to plan a big score. This was really a mess of a storyline, and totally unnecessary, which was later retconned to Red Skull creating the Snap persona, just to mess with Sam. Which, side note, also makes me think Red Skull is super petty and a complete troll, but that's something else altogether. The retcon was fine, but it still had the effect to really make Sam question himself, despite knowing the truth, and it tarnished his reputation. Throughout the years, Sam has been involved in multiple heavy storylines, a lot which involved Captain America and the Avengers, including fighting Onslaught, teaming with Black Panther, and in fact in one instance when Wanda decided to attack the Avengers, bringing back the good old Snap Wilson personality, which then ruined his run from Congress. Oh yeah, he was also running for Congress. This run of events really depressed him to the point where he eventually decided to retire from heroics. In my defining moments video for Steve Rogers, one of the comments mentioned how unsure Sam was of himself, and this led him to give up being Captain America for a bit. And now that I look into his overall history, it seems to be a consistent character trait that Sam is very unsure of himself when compared to other heroes. That being said, he comes back to heroics during the Winter Soldier storyline, and he worked with Bucky when Bucky took over the mantle of Captain America. He has since become a mainstay in the Avengers, as well as Avengers adjacent teams like the Mighty Avengers and even the Heroes for Hire. Due to a series of events by the villain Iron Nail, Steve Rogers lost the abilities from the Super Soldier Serum, which also had the side effect of making him age to his actual current age. This led Steve Rogers to pass on the mantle of Captain America to Sam Wilson. Sam's new costume combined aspects of the Falcon costume and the Captain America costume. This led to battles with classic Captain America villains like Baron Zemo, Crossbones, and even had Redwing become a vampire, and was a key player in the Secret Empire storyline that I mentioned before. When Steve Rogers came back into the role of Captain America, now back in his younger body with all his abilities, Sam decided to step down. I mean, I'm sure it was an editorial decision, but it didn't help the case for his character, reinforcing how unsure of himself he seems to be at times. Currently though, Sam Wilson is working as Captain America in his own series, and in the new Avengers series, so it seems at least in universe, he's found his footing and embracing his role as Captain America. Sam Wilson has also appeared in multiple movies and even television shows. Of course, the MCU movies are a recommendation. I think Winter Soldier and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series are definitely ones to watch. Sam Wilson has appeared in multiple cartoons, but I think a fun series is the Marvel Superhero Squad, which leans heavy into the comedy side of things.
The dope is back.
But you can also see him in the Avengers Assemble series. And if you want to see him in his first animated series appearance, you can watch The Avengers United They Stand, which was cancelled after only 13 episodes due to the fact that Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man were really nowhere to be seen aside from a couple cameos. As far as some comic recommendations, Secret Empire were good stories with Sam. If you go back even further, the Winter Soldier storyline is a strong one to read, and if you want to start something more current, the Avengers are only about 25 issues in, and a new Captain American series with Sam just started recently in the last few months. This is my first profile video since my long break, so please be nice. But seriously, what do you guys think of Sam Wilson? Was he better off as Falcon, or are you like me and enjoy seeing his evolution into Captain America? I'm still working on some DC stuff and I will be back to that, but I think it's time to venture also into the Marvel side of things. Thanks for watching, hit that like button, it helps me and it helps more people to see this video. And with all that stuff out the way, thanks for watching. And as always, take care and have an awesome day. If you guys want to see some more Captain America stuff, check this video out right here.